Confirmed it's conducted a successful test flight of its new stealth fighter. Following on the heels of the US and Russia, it's now the third country to put a stealth prototype into the air. For more details on this new jet, let's talk to Ruslan Pukhov. He's director of Russia's Centre for the Analysis of Strategies and Technologies. Thanks for coming in to see us. There's been a lot of noise made today about this successful test flight we hear. Can this Chinese jet really be called a very successful and competitive fifth-generation jet? They're talking about that. And for our viewers, what is a fifth-generation jet, anyway, for the non-technical side?
No, generations. This is the aircraft which started to be adopted by the national armed forces after the Second World War. Like, for example, MiG-21, it was second generation. Phantom, it was third generation. And by the way, MiG-21 being a second generation aircraft was successfully able to face third generation Phantom. Normally, every following generation should be much deeper in capabilities from the previous one.
What do the designers these days have to take into account? What are they designing for? What's it got to tackle?
Apart from famous stealthy characteristics, these aircraft should not be one mission, bomb, ground attack, or AWACS. It should be multifunctional, multi-role aircraft, which is able to be reconnaissance aircraft, interceptor, ground attack, and so on and so forth. So multifunctional. Second point, these aircraft should be already kind of part of a system from the system, not a single aircraft, but some part of the bigger net-centric...
Fits into the bigger plan. And of course the parts for this plane, the majority of it made in China, but it's also using parts produced from Russia as well. What's the deal there? What's the percentage?
Both American and Russian fifth-generation aircraft, they are indigenous or largely indigenous. Probably some components are made out of US or by closest allies like Japan, we don't know. Russia probably also have some components which we take from the open market. As far as the Chinese, we are sure that many subsystems are taken from Russia and from some other countries, both legally and illegally, or paralegally. That's why this aircraft is not largely indigenous, and even if they would be successfully tested, it would be very difficult to launch a mass production, because what you can still buy, procure for a single prototype or for a couple of prototypes, it would be difficult to do it for mass serial production.
I'm not a plane expert, but for our viewers, it's up against the Russian stealth Su-50 bomber. It's up against the stealth F-22 Raptor on the American side. How does it, as you see it, scale up towards these formidable
both
planes?
American and Russian aircraft, this is the real fifth generation. Even the Russian one still have some problems, because the engines which are used, they are not the engines from the fifth generation aircraft. They are still under development. But it's much closer to American real full tangered fifth generation aircraft. The Chinese machine we should probably call demonstrator of technology or prototype, because we already had it in Russia. Both Mikoyan Design Bureau and Sukhoi Design Bureau, they had prototypes which they used to work on certain technologies, but they never start serial production. The current aircraft which is under the test in Russia, it's already kind of third, what we call fifth generation, and the real one, because the previous ones, what we tested at the mid-90s and beginning of 2000 years, were not the real fifth generation aircraft. And I think this Chinese machine, they are more comparable to this demonstrator of technologies of two Russian design bureaus than the real current American and Russian fifth generation aircraft.
Ruslan Pukhov, thanks for coming in and giving us your insight onto this development in China today. Thank you.